Happy Friday! Having concluded Battle Brothers, it's time for a new long play, and we rolled RimWorld. I've played this game before, but full disclosure, I'm fairly incompetent at it. But that's okay, it's a story generator, not a game. It's all about the story that unfolds around our colony and our colonists. We're going to go for the traditional start. I'm not advanced enough to do these other things. We're going to go with Randy, we're going to go with Rough. I tried Savage before, or was it Merciless? Either way, I got my teeth punched in, so I won't be doing that again anytime soon. Commitment mode, because Iron Man is the only way to play. Old. Well, if it's going to be old, might as well be Old Man Saga as our seed. Let's go. We have a hefty amount of mods here, but they change gameplay just about 0%, and a link to them is in the title of the stream. Alright, where are we going to start? I have a preference actually for Boreal Forest, because it's not somewhere I think I've played before, and I always like it to have water and mountains if possible. And we've got a nice place right there, unless something else is really jumping out at us. Maybe somewhere a bit closer to civilization, so that'll do nicely. I just like having water on the map. There's something I don't like about being so far inland. I thought that truly applied to me in real life, but when I was deep in Poland, I rather enjoyed it there. Okay, who are our factions around here? That's a lot of stuff I don't care about. Let's move on. There are a lot of people here that I don't particularly care about. Instead, we prepare carefully, and we load a... No, we don't do that at all. We load some characters we made. Helden, Brute Queen, and Bunny. They're going to be our 3 starting colonists. I just asked around for who wanted to be in. I figured we'd have Brute in, because Brute was going to be part of the long play before, until I dropped that and said no, we'll do long plays in this other way. Bunny quickly volunteered, and I had Helden on file for some reason. So it's up to these... What do we have? Video Gamer Loner. Not particularly great at anything other than thinking. Brute Queen's pretty good at shooting. You're trigger happy, but your specialty is in animal care. Very well, I didn't make these at all. It was up to them to make themselves. I trusted their judgment. Now let's go. Is the objective a mountain of dosh? I haven't thought too much about an objective, but I know it's not going to be to leave the planet, because that takes a very long time. It's probably going to have something to do with skinning the nobility alive and turning them into hats. But we'll figure that out as I learn more about what this expansion even has on offer. Alright, straight away I realize I have no idea how this is meant to be played. I'm sure it'll come back to me. I think the first thing is to allow all the things that dropped out so they can be moved around. Oh, this is going to be agonizing to watch for anybody who's competent at the game, by the way. We have a stallion with us? I thought you meant to get a dog or a cat. And this is where we rename you, right? Alright, forget Ben. I'm going to name you Eelco. Is there something under you? Yeah, there's a knife. Okay, I can't believe we had a stallion in on our drop ship. Okay, so first thing that I will want to do is understand where we are, what we have around us. Screen feels really dark to me. I mean, that's a given. I keep my brightness on absolute 0, but even today it's seeming a bit low. I'm actually going to jack you up a bit. That won't affect you. That's just a local setting. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Right, looks awfully Dutch here, by which I mean awfully swampy. And there's some very different things. I don't ever recall the game starting with hives. I haven't touched the game since 1.1, so this is all rather new to me. Okay, I was mostly looking for pre-made buildings that we could go and squat in, but I'm not seeing much of that at all. Well, there's this, complete with a limestone table and busted down walls, but it's a bit... it's not that far from where we landed. Could be potential. Also got all these shrooms. I don't know what they're all about. An enormous purple mushroom. It dies when exposed to light. Okay, but can we eat it? There's also the opportunity of moving over here. There's something of a base of operations available to us. No door on either of them, though. Or we could just cut down these trees and make something to begin with here. Especially if we trap this geyser inside so we can keep ourselves heated. That's a consideration. The thing is, I have no idea what would be for the best. There's all these rocks in the way as well. And a bit more Oh well, hesitating's never going to help us out here. I think I'll start out by making a box around our geyser. And eventually we'll have the technology to get more out of it. I don't think it gets too warm in this biome after all. So, if I can equip our people first and foremost, what are people good for? Probably best to give Brute Queen the bolt action rifle then. Everyone, okay, well, your passion is in melee, so enjoy your plastisteel knife, wherever it is. And Eldon, you're getting the revolver. And if you're getting that, then I also want you to wear some flak pants and some protection. And isn't there a helmet there as well? There we go. Otherwise, this is where I really can't remember any of the controls to the game, but we'll get back to it. I normally do this check, but I trust everything looks and sounds okay. If it doesn't, then we might have some problems on our hands. And get some basic materials down first. Out to zone something out. A stockpile zone. Right about here for now. Jeez, how's this gonna be? If it's a stockpile zone, what do I want on it, man? I can't remember how any of this stuff works. I just want this to be raw resources, right? And whatever items are. Not weapons, not apparel. Certainly not built. Wait, you could have buildings? This looks a little different from what I remember. I thought there was a way to just have it as stuff for, ooh yeah, chunks that I pick up I'll want there. But only if they're allowed, right? Yeah, because that's on haul. Okay. Carefully placed stockpile zone in the middle of nowhere. Well, no, it's going to be next to where our base is, and I want the base to be pretty much there. Once we have something resembling shelter, we got these moved over to it. So, getting equipped. Our hunter lacks a ranged weapon. Now, there's another thing. How do we do the whole jobs? Right, work, always with priorities. Firefighting and being patient, always the top one. And... Man, I have not done this in so long. Forget cleaning. Well, don't forget hauling. Crafting, arting. Early on, I'm going to want to cut things down. And since you two are pretty fond on doing planty things, you should get on it. Took me ages when playing this to realize that the passion flames are on here. Loving hunting, do we? Well, you guys will be on the hunting. Brute Queen's gonna have to be our doctor. 5 out of 20. 3, 4. Not too shabby. And then when it comes to constructing, I'll certainly want you to be doing it. Alright, that's some basic stuff going at least. Get to work. At least we have people that can do that, because not having any ability to cut down early on feels like a real showstopper. Jake, check for fertile land. Yeah, where even is fertile land here? I thought I had something that makes fertile land easier to spy. I'm seeing a lot of soil, which has regular fertility, but I would love some rich soil. I thought it was easier to see. I thought I even put in a mod that makes it easier to see, so either we don't have any, or I'm just very bad. Check the lower right part of the UI. What of it? Ooh. Toggle fertility. Ooh, ugh. Good grief. Okay, we have a little bit of rich soil down there where the trees are. And a decent chunk of it down here. Damn, moving down there suddenly looks a whole lot nicer, doesn't it? But I like having my waterfront view. Yeah, farmland does seem awfully sparse. But if I had this at my disposal, think of the... well, it's also real close to the edge, isn't it? I'll admit I'm tempted to shift operation over there. It's not like we've really done much, and it would be very fast to get that going. Alright, I like it. I like it a lot. How do I completely undo the work I just told them to do? It's all cancelled. Forget it. And this thing is cancelled as well. We're moving over here. Now... snow clearing? What is this? Enjoy your new stockpile area. Which, now I have to redo this, don't I? Yes, to chunks. In fact, why don't I just shove everything there that isn't foods for now? Might make it easier to move everything over. And then we can get to working on this. So hopefully everyone gets hauling this stuff over there. Come to think of it, we should even allow food to just get everything moved over there. And... let's cut all this stuff down. Have some space, expand this out, and then we have the soil nearby. As for that geyser, well, too bad. Bunny deeply talked about the relationship between ethnicity and the fate of the universe with Helden. What a bunch of nerds. Alright, this stuff is still on chop down mode. Hey Jake, any spooky games caught your eyes lately? There's this really weird looking one that almost seems like a spooky game generator. That seemed interesting, but of course I haven't checked it out whatsoever. Sick. I don't feel very well, says Bunny. Helden is in minor pain, but why would that be? Oh, must be because he's got some scars. One of them is itchy, whatever that means. And he's frail. Damn it, Helden. I don't want invalids on my team here. Remember, you don't have year-round growing season here. You're right, I don't remember that. Sure hope these buffamoos don't go mad on us. Nice, more pre-packed meals. Unfortunately, we have to clear this swamp to get over here, but fortunately, with all the swamp and water here, we have a fairly good defensive position unless they spawn right there. Maybe we should get some turrets and stuff set up. So the point of this will not be to make some kind of super efficient base. As I mentioned earlier, I'm more interested in... Did I even mention this? No, I didn't. Basically, I'm going to limit ourselves to probably 7 colonists, because I'm a firm believer that you lose sight of things when you have too many people, and then they just become resources rather than individuals. And often that's really nice, but that's not what I'm going for here. Clear out these trees, expand this, get some beds going, and we'll have some basic shelter. Whilst Brute Queen is there doing all of the hauling. Well, there's still stuff to haul, so get on it. The disappointment of life. What a thing to talk about with Bunny. Once we have these down, we can expand this out and just get something resembling shelter going. The rest of this wall is going to be made of wood. And people previously were going, oh my god, why are you making everything out of wood? It's like, well, what else am I going to make it out of? I don't have an abundance of anything else to hand. I've never found fire to be that big of a problem. Then again, I guess it's one of those things that you only need to hurt you once, and then you're scared of it forever. Can't you just wall off right up to the edge of the map? Yeah, probably. I don't know if anybody can spawn there. I mean, if that was the case, why wouldn't you just wall off everything at the edge of the map and then never have anybody come and hurt you? Okay, time to already start thinking about walls and such. How does this work? Are doors furniture? Are they security? Structure, door. Yeah, if we have people come in here. And is there a way to rotate, or do doors just function however? I should put them where there aren't really doors already. Good enough. And let's see, Helden, you're meant to be alright at constructing. You are. I don't think anybody's passionate about it though, right? Actually, Brute Queen is. Glorious. Hopefully we have the wood to get this done. And there's always hauling to be done, so get it done. Pick up and haul is a wonderful mod. It's a little bit far from quality of life, but not too far for me to desire it. Once you get a lightning strike on your stockpile's wooden floor, you will know the pain. Yeah, but then you just go and put it out. So again, I said it at the start and I will say it constantly. I'm not good at this game, but I do very much enjoy the game. I think you can support walls 6 from a wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we're fine here. And of course, once we have this, it's going to be a question of how do we sleep in here. We're going to want a few beds. And yeah, it's probably just going to be full-on barracks for now. But that's alright, you guys are... Wait, we have a grand throne we could build? A massive ornate chair designed for a noble to sit and reign. We're going to have a lot to figure out this, though. If only we had Neffington around here. He always made big demands. Alright, how do I rotate? There we go. Clunk, clunk, clunk. It's nice that we can move beds down the line. Ever had a colony with 2 out of 3 colonists as pyromaniacs? I had one. We had one starting pyromaniac. Right, Ilko, you're going to make things really messy, and I'm sure you can survive nicely outdoors. Yeah, you minimum comfortable, minus 35, so I rather think you'll be okay, which means I can zone... Oh yeah, I can zone home area, which is definitely not here. So home area is going to be all of this, basically. Maybe a bit more out here. Which means we'll put out fires and generally take care of this area. But how do I make an animal area? Don't I have to restrict and then add new area, call it animals? Or maybe just call it... outdoor pets. And then I assign that area somehow. Trying desperately to remember how that is done. You guys are all unrestricted, but how do I make those areas? I'm sure there was a way for it. He's trying real hard to remember, but it isn't coming. Nah, not happening. By the way, maybe I should have anybody do anything whenever they want, then they only go to sleep when they're tired. Need to make a cleaning zone too, then use the brush icon in the bottom right. Expand zone is right. Jake, expand allowed area, then invert. Not coming to me. Expand allowed area. Aha! Submenu. Here we go. Alright, outdoor pets. I don't want them running too far away, because then they'll give me some hard time. Then again, you know, as long as he's outdoors, it's all well and good. They don't drink, but whatever, go there if you want to. Just don't stray too far, you hear? And then we say you're an outdoor pet and on you go. I'm not sure we'll find anything for you to mate with out here. What are the animals we have here, in fact? That's not what I want. I want wild animals. Wildlife. There's a grizzly bear out there. There's a timber wolf. That's pretty cute. Okay, I'm definitely going... I'm only going to have about 7 colonists, but I'm going to have unlimited animals. Alright, seems like we're good on the wood for doing most of the things that we want to do. This thing must be pretty bad for the area. So, oh, that's right, I should be claiming this land as my own, and there's something for that, isn't there? I thought it was under zone. Aha, claim. This is ours now. But this stuff is going to be deconstructed because it's kind of getting in our way. This thing will be fixed up, hopefully. There we go. This steel column has a bit of beauty, so maybe it's good to have around here. I wonder if it also supports the roof. Speaking of which, we should almost certainly have a roof. And for that... There we are. I want a roofing area over all this, please. And I'm certainly going to want some roofing done here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, yeah, that should be good. Yeah, something about me tells me that's a bit too much. Alright, you're all resting up a bit too much. I don't like all this idling around. There are trees to build, and you ain't building them. Columns support the roof, but don't provide cover or take up space. Fascinating. Okay, people are going to need recreation, and there's nothing more recreative than... Hey, this didn't used to show little plunks like that. Oh, well, here you go. Here's a game of throw at the stick that you can have. We're going full-on nutrient paste here as soon as we can. I think that going for... Alright, that's in the way. I think that going for cooking meals is a fool's errand. They can be poisoned, it takes up somebody's time for a very long time. Jake, will you only be naming colonists after people in chat? Yeah, when we get new people, we'll be renaming them with people in chat. How I'm going to choose people is going to be probably very arbitrary. But we don't get to name anybody until we have people coming in. Okay, I shouldn't need to cut down any more of these trees here. I want the construction done. I want this over our head. And I certainly would like a bit of No, not a campfire. Where's just the torch? Okay, the good old furniture torch lamp, just to keep us able to do things indoors. There we go, otherwise it's a bit too dark to do much of the work in here. Brute Queen shouldn't be the one chopping these down, so instead I should order to remove these plants, and then have somebody who's good at that stuff take care of it. You're good with plants, but isn't it Bunny who's more passionate about plants? Yes. Or not. Brute Queen's still going to be dealing with it. Ugh, poor quality bed. That's right, you're not good with construction, are you? No, you're meant to be. Brute Queen is our constructor. Then again, so's Eldon. Regardless though, this is terrible. We need to deconstruct it. I won't be having poor beds around here. Where are you off to? Picking up that wood. There's plenty of wood over here, but whatever. That's a normal bed? Good. There we go, all roofed up. Not all sealed in just yet, though. Could you continue? Could you please finish our wall first, so that we have an actual indoors? Joanna says, I see RimWorld's back to take the schedule over. It's a good thing that we got an awesome start for... Ooh, shouldn't build corners, should we? Nah, it looks better. Good thing we have an enticing EU4 campaign. It'll make it more difficult for RimWorld to take over the schedule. It is good at taking over the schedule, though. God, Eldon's so slow because his body's so pathetically frail. Oh well, that's part of what you get. Won't the roof on top of the stockpile collapse? It shouldn't. Maybe these two will. Maybe I shouldn't have that. They appear to be building it anyway. Oh right, no, this is coming out from here, which I suppose is fine. But let's still not have it go too far out. I've had roofs collapse on and kill my colonists before. And I'm sure it'll happen again. Jake, do you know a release date for Emperor? It's taking forever. If I did know the release date, which I don't, why do you think I would announce it on my private channel? Which would be a terrible breach of Non-Disclosure Act. Let's keep these things roofed so they don't spoil quite so fast. Build a pillar in the middle of the stockpile. That's an idea. What do pillars cost? Here's a column. It's only 20 wood. I rather like that. Oh, right, I see. You can't build at the map edge. Fascinating. That's going to limit what I can do there. Oh well, not to worry. As long as we all have a bed, we're all going to be fine, right? As long as it's not a poor quality bed. Those have to be deconstructed, I'm afraid. Deconstructing the crummy wooden bed. Heldon's working on the other one. Ovalius says, this game seems very relaxing so far. It's certainly... Okay. Brute Queen immediately goes to sleep After deconstructing our fellow colonists' crappy bed. I like that. I like that a lot. However, we do need beds, so please, no, that's not what I want. Please build it and build it good. Alright, Helden, show us how it's done. That 6 in construction can't just be for show. Ah, not only is it done, it's good. Oi, 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 oi. Think about Bunny. Bunny's... That can't be comfortable. Uncomfortable, unsightly environment, ate without a table, soaking wet, disturbed sleep. And more disturbed sleep as the frail Helden's bumbling about here. This better be good. This better be the magnum opus of chairs here, Helden. Oh, son of a gun. Well, whatever, Bunny, there's your crappy bed. Go to sleep. How cute. I mean, this is kind of how I want to keep the game. Not running incredibly efficiently with everything working 100%. I'd far rather have it be a bit more jerry-rigged. Because I've played maybe 2 or 3 campaigns all the way through on RimWorld before, and I find the moment that you get to, okay, you have 15 well-armed survivors who can take care of anything, you start looking at raids and things as more of an annoyance rather than something of an evolving story. That's right, aren't you pretty good at sleeping? Yeah, you're a quick sleeper, so no wonder you're already quite well rested. The others have the others need to take regular amounts of sleep, though. What's the worst Randy moment last RimWorld playthrough, though? Oh, it's been too long, I couldn't possibly remember. Right, we need... I want some proper chairs, not some crappy stools. That'll do us on this busted up limestone table. Probably going to catch disease eating off of that. And then we need to think what's coming next. These packaged survival meals will last a fair while longer. Right. I thought there were meant to be 50 that we start with. Okay, a lot of them are still lying around here. So we need more hauling done. But that seems to be what Bunny is doing. As long as Helden isn't doing it, because Helden takes forever to go around. I always want more wood. But hey, if we keep our expectations low, then everything will be able to last quite a bit longer. I love the way that the game reacts to how you grow. You do crappily, the game won't escalate its challenges too much too fast. But for now, I'm more interested in our people surviving. Jake, remember, stuff being outdoors deteriorates. Well, some stuff does. Okay, maybe everything does, but this wood won't exactly deteriorate fast. Steel chunks won't at all. These components will take a long time to deteriorate. Alright, there we go. Bunny will catch up with the others on rest quite fast, I imagine. And Helden and Brute are ready to get up and go. I would really like this thing repaired, given its rather destroyed nature. I forget, you can just repair things without needing to bring more materials, right? Yeah, good. Don't know how you're managing that, but good job. Styles is saying they can't copy and paste from Twitch title. There's a Twitch issue. Okay. I think somebody has a link around if what you're trying to get is the list of mods, though. How does a roof over the storage area work without walls? It's getting it off of this roof. So a roof extends 6 squares of support. Although I don't know how it's actually supporting this bit. I hope that doesn't come down and kill somebody later on. What do you think of this area? How's the beauty in it? Isn't there meant to be a tooltip that tells me that? Room status display. Dull, mediocre, spacious, ugly, ugly. Okay. I don't need that in my life. I always feel like I want more wood though. Alright, they're going to start building up those chairs. I'm going to want to continue to cut things down so I make sure that I have tons of wood to do whatever I want with. To that extent, we just cut these plants, except for you and you, because I like having... Hang on, will these bushes ever grow fruits? A short shrub does not typically talk. Okay. Not all humor is good humor. Soon we'll have you leveled up and we'll be able to see one of our mods in action. The level up mod's one of my favourite. How can Bunny stand to sleep with all this going on? Oh, it didn't give us the sound effect there for it. That's strange. That is borderline unacceptable. Where? Mod settings? Level up? It's not playing the little jingle. I miss the jingle. Maybe they found that it got too tedious, but I like it. Wow, there is no situation in which Max cannot belittle somebody over. Alright, good. I'm so going to deconstruct that crappy bed though. Eldon needs to show his A-game. Oh, horse, what do you actually eat? Vegetables, seeds, live plants. Good. So you should have plenty to eat around here. There's definitely a setting for it, says Demori. Really? Because I just checked. And it only shows for level up, but it's not playing anything. Unless it's under some other option like sound options. But I'm not seeing it. Horses tend to eat grass as well. Good thing there's a good chunk of grass around here. Alright, once Bunny's up, we're going to deconstruct that bed and give it another go. Looking at the map, when people come to us, there's a reasonable chance they'll come up and over to here, or down and around to here. If it's down and around, a little bit of walls and sandbags here will take care of everything, I think. Or maybe even here, because if they come along here, they're going to be stuck in water and that. Tunk tunk. Of course, the small chance they come from here would be a pain, so I can just go tunk tunk tunk. And a bit of defense here as well. Or maybe push it out, because if they're coming from here, they'd have to go out there. So I would just go and put a little corner there. Again, if they come from there, that's another problem. But a problem that I'm sure we can deal with. Water freezes in winter, does it? Did it? I don't ever recall it doing that. Alright, this needs to go down. At least everybody's fairly satisfied right now. But that's because of very low expectations, no doubt. They can't be enjoying their barracks that much. Bunny's still on hauling duty, which is a valuable job, so let's not knock it. Trees and rock chunks on the ground provide cover for attackers. Just be cautious when putting down your sandbags. Did they change what sandbags are made out of? I feel like they did. Yeah, they're made of cloth now, not steel. I really like how you don't have to baby your colonists through everything. We can just leave them be and they'll get to work. Because this isn't a game that I want to tediously micro everything in. It's not a game I want to tediously micro anything in. I just want to have a good time. And I will. This is very expensive on the wood. But let's enjoy some wooden floor. How do I wooden floor just the parts that aren't already floored? Because the floor that exists looks fine. Bit of a mishmash, but we'll have it. I don't have the wood for this, but I'm sure we'll get it. And if you're watching this going, oh my god, why is he doing this instead of that, then this is undoubtedly not the stream for you. I'd recommend tuning out of the wild card for the next month. Wooden floors are fabulous. They let your house look great until it, while it burns to ashes. We'll be fine. Alright, thanks Bunny, we did need that extra food. Didn't deteriorate very much though, and I think that's everything from over here dealt with. Isn't there meant to be more steel though? No sure. Views on dualism. Bit advanced that. That's a good chair. It's a poor chair. I think we'll make do with a poor one though. It's not necessarily bad if it's poor, right? It doesn't negatively affect beauty. And how's our home looking here? Still ugly. But what I can do is assign a cleaning area, right? I could have sworn I added cleaning area. Maybe I should have looked at how that... home area, Jake. Yeah, no, we've got home area like that, but I put in a mod that is specifically for cleaning areas. Maybe I should have looked at how it works. Didn't I? I thought I did. Maybe I didn't. Jake, how do you break RimWorld addiction? Why would you break RimWorld addiction? My friend recently got it. He plays 24/7. Yeah, it's one of those things you just gotta let proceed on their own. It's perfectly healthy. You make an area, use the brush icon at the bottom right. Hey, that there is. Select the area that should be done. Okay, which means I'm going to make an area. Area 1 isn't used for anything, so we'll call you cleaning. And then we will make a cleaning area that is... no, I assign you to cleaning, and then we expand the cleaning area to be this and nothing more. Until it needs to expand. And then I should probably have cleaning done by everybody all the time. I'd rather have a dedicated cleaner, but nah. Get a bit of floor there as well. The wood situation looks fine. Wonderful. Ah, that thing's grown enough for us to harvest it, no doubt. Now there should be a copy this and paste it here setting. There we go. Grand. Is that another crappy bed I see? I won't be having it. Eldon, where you at? You don't consume nout until you've deconstructed that bed. Well, the place is only slightly dirty. It's still ugly though. We'll deal with that some way, somehow. Who said you could eat? Oh, Brute Queen's letting off some steam by playing a bit of Horseshoe. Also, I don't think you're going to be a hunter there, Bunny. Helden could well be, though. Good, a normal bed. Helden gets a good one. Well, he did build them, so fair dues. Helden with his crippled body. It is crippled, I know. But he can't help that. Brute Queen joked about making jackets with Helden UK, and this was the conversation that triggered the goal to turn the nobility into skin jackets. Come on, get to work. This room can be non-ugly yet. There we go. Neutral. No longer ugly Barracksville. Sooner or later they're going to have proper rooms. I'll expand out to here. There, by the second night, good roof over our heads, non-crummy beds. Somewhere to eat properly. This I can live by. Is it growing season yet? It's April, May. It's clear. It looks like I could probably plant something here. And a bit more How does that work again? It's not production. Must be something about farming here. Oh. Growing zone. Clunk. What are we going to grow here? What can we grow here? Hey, potato, rice, strawberry, heel root, da 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 da. Cotton, you say? Yes, I do. Plenty of use for cotton. Maybe we could have some drugs as well. Split it 50-50 with some drugs. Because I shouldn't need food right now. I'd rather hunt for my food. And we still have plenty of boxed rations to go. Whereas cotton can be used for a lot of things, so let's get a lot of cotton going. And cotton doesn't need any skills to do either. Split that growing zone out, Jake. Nah, this will be fine. Who is on plant growing though, or does cut count as that? No, here's growing. Will not do. There we go. Growing and cutting should be very fairly high priority for you. Get those walls fixed up. Might make this place a bit less grubby. Bunny's always walking off over here. Granted, we will want that steel. Is there more of it? Yeah, some of it landed over there, and it should all be allowed. Whoa, crumbs now, don't rethink that. Haul that steel. Lord Freyr says, cheers to the new colony. Well, being a lord might put you in a bit of trouble on this one.